Friends, I really hope you're having a good weekend. When you go to church this weekend, you will hear these words. Whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and whoever humbles himself will be exalted. Humility. And that is the key to Christian spirituality. You see, these words were spoken to us by Jesus. He was the Son of God. He was God. And he came among us as a human person. He came to be our friend. He came to draw us closer to God, to take us into eternity. And if Jesus, who is God, is speaking to us of the need for humility, we can understand how important this message must be. See, humility is the key to all Christian virtues. How do we understand humility? See, many times, humility is understood as treating ourselves or considering ourselves as less than others. It almost has a connotation of demeaning ourselves. But actually, that is not what humility is about. Humility, first of all, is about knowing who you are. See, Jesus, even though he came among us, he never forgot who he was. He was very secure in who he was. He was the Son of God, and he never compromised on that. So first of all, humility means that we know who we are. We are God's children, and we have our God-given dignity, the dignity as human persons. Knowing our own dignity, humility means giving other people the dignity that is due to them. And that's what Jesus did. See, even though he was God, he gave even the most unrespectable of people in society their dignity. The tax collectors, the sinners, the prostitutes, the lepers, the blind man, those who were rejected by society, Jesus lifted them up and gave them their God-given dignity. So humility is not so much about treating ourselves badly. Humility is actually about giving other people what is due to them, their dignity. And so when we look at people in our society, who are the people to whom we don't give their God-given dignity? And if we can get onto that, then we are on to humility ourselves. So the problem with humility is this. The moment we think we are humble, that's when we've lost it. The moment we think we are humble, that's the moment we stop being humble. I have a great difficulty in admitting that I'm not humble. And really, sometimes, many times, oftentimes, I'm not. I'm very loving. I think I'm very compassionate. I think I'm generally very kind. But humility, man, I got to work on that. If you want to know whether you're humble, the best thing to do, and here is a test, the best thing to do is to look at the crucifix and the man who hangs on the cross. And the best question to ask ourselves is my heart like the heart of that man on the cross? Now I know that because we are human beings and Jesus was God, this is a tall order. And we will never be perfect in our humility. But at least, can we strive to have a heart like that man on the cross? Can we begin to think like him? Can we begin to treat other people like him? Can we begin to love like him? If we do that, then we are on the way to humility. We have to remember, what Jesus has said to us today. If you exalt yourself, you will be humbled. But if you humble yourself, you will be exalted. Have a great weekend.